You've progressed in your journey as warrior to get to level 3. You've been able to stop things from destroying your shield or weapons, your choice. Remember, you had to choose. You're able to repair up your armor and become even more bulky and just continuously murdering people. But you're missing something. You're missing the ability to come back from death. Well, let's talk about what you get as your level 3 warrior ability. As a level 3 warrior, you've probably figured out something. You tend to die a lot, or at least you die a little bit. And dying isn't preferable because you're not fighting, you're not tanking then, you're not doing what you want to do. You're instead just, oh, I'm dead. And that's not fun. That's not fun at all. So, the people who designed Warrior decided, hey, we should give Warrior an ability that pops them back up. And this ability is called True Grit. You get it twice per refresh, and when you would normally die, you say, "The wicked flee when I pursue." And you are now frozen for 30 seconds. You may think, well, Wizzo, 30 seconds is pretty much the same thing as death, right? And you would be right if you didn't have a team or other warrior abilities later on. Your team can release your frozen state. Your team can make it so that those 30 seconds are nothing. And True Grit is essentially a way to give you 2 extra lives in a game where lives matter. It's not every game, but sometimes it does. Now, a few things that True Grit does that some warriors don't really know or just have conveniently forgotten about is that True Grit does not repair equipment. If I died by being hit in the chest, oh, I'm dead, then when I say, "The wicked flee when I pursue," and get released by a helpful scout, I don't have my chest armor back. And if I died because my shield was destroyed by a fireball or something, not only do I not have my chest armor back, but I don't have my precious shield back. And speaking of my shield, there's one other thing that is not covered by True Grit, and that is your enchantments go away. If they're not persistent, your precious harden, your harden that you chose to be a warrior for instead of a barbarian, is gone. Now, this is just a minor downside to harden, but the benefits of it, aside from it giving you extra lives and everything else, is that, let's say you're in a fight. Let's say you die and you're on the front lines and you know your team needs you. You know your team needs another good meat shield to take the brunt of the enemy force on, or you die by some stupid spellcaster who did some stupid ability that killed you. Well, you can say, "The wicked flee when I pursue," with a full set of armor and be at the front line instead of all the way back and then walking all the way forward again to the brunt of the battle. Or you could say, "The wicked flee when I pursue," and then have your teammates just release you on the front lines so that you could get into the fight quicker. Now, one other reason why warriors use True Grit, which is a little bit funny, is because this armor is heavy, okay? If you're wearing plate mail, if you're wearing chain, if you're actually doing what you should do and wearing a lot of armor, it's heavy, man. You don't want to wear it. You don't want to deal with that, with walking all the way back and walking there, and maybe you just need a break. So you could say, "The wicked flee when I pursue." Let me adjust this chain. All right. This is nice. I'll just sit here. And that might be a reason why you use True Grit too, to maintain your stamina instead of running all the way back and running forth. Now, something important for you to know is that True Grit is a spirit, in the spirit school. So, if you are cursed, you cannot use True Grit. If an assassin kills you and says assassinate, you cannot use True Grit. If you die and a wizard or a healer or someone comes up to you and says steal life before you finish your incant of "The wicked flee when I pursue," then you can't True Grit. It's been interrupted and nullified. You also need to make sure that people are able to hear it within 20 feet, but again, that's a little minor detail for you. Now, that's pretty much covering everything in True Grit, all the nitty details and all the in-betweens. And if you like this content, if you want to hear more about all the ins and outs of warrior abilities, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ding that notification bell. And again, if you are impatient to learn about what you'll get at level 5 and even, that dreaded 6, that overpowered ability, then I would suggest that you go in the description and read our article down below. Until next time, keep LARPing and keep coming back from the dead, or just getting a nice chance to rest.